Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new series that I'm going to be starting. This is going to be the first video on my channel, so to start off, I should introduce myself. My name is Prem Jain. I am 18. I'm from Arizona, but I currently go to school in Boston University. This is just the start of something new, something to have fun with. So if this voiceover is completely trash, it's because I'm one taking this, and I really have no script of what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do. I just decided to record my workout today and splice it up with iMovie and pull out a microphone and start recording. So here we are. I think some of the goals for this series, name, first of all. I've been thinking of names. I was inspired by a YouTuber. I can't remember his name, but he pretty much does a series. It's called Athletic Every Day, where he posts his workout. It's this exact same format as this. He posts his workout every single day, and as the name suggests, he does some sort of athletic movement, calisthenics, Olympic weightlifting, stuff he's interested in and wants to get better at. Voices it over, posts one video every day. I really like that because I'm kind of the same way. There's a lot of disciplines I want to get better at. And I just thought that this would be a good way for me to get into a groove of posting and also building a base of support and really just having fun with it. That's really what I'm here to do, is just have fun with it. As for the name, I think I'm going to call it Growth Every Day, because my philosophy with the gym is you go in, you stress your body, you adapt, you get stronger physically, but at the same time, you also have to adapt mentally if you want to see long-term gains. And anybody who has accomplished anything in fitness will tell you that exact same thing. So we're not just growing physically, we're growing mentally. As you can see here, I did a lower limb workout today. So I did tibialis curls, I did some calf raises, I did some Hindu squats, also called sissy squats, and I also did two more exercises, Romanian deadlifts, and I'm not sure what this last one was called, but I was I took it directly from Ben Patrick, the Kneesovertoes Guy. It's a seated pancake with your legs like completely abducted, so completely out, so you can get a good stretch in the adductors and adductors and the hamstrings. That's going to be near the end, so I'll comment more on that later. Right now, you can see me doing the tibialis curls. This was my first working set that I was doing with about 45. I'm sorry. That was my third working set. That was with 35. If you watched earlier in the video, you can see that I got a little overzealous, and I did 45 for my first working set. I was going for sets of 10, and then I was like, no, that's too heavy, so I'm back down to 40 and then 35. I think we got to definitely work on some of the I need to work on getting my work capacity up there. Here you can see me doing some calf raises. No warm-up needed for this, since I felt a pretty big pump from those tibialis curls. I was just holding 40 pounds in each hand, balancing on the rack. Again, just 10 reps. I'm elevated so I can get that stretch in the Achilles. And I just switched sides, do that again. So these next couple videos are just the calf raises, and then, I don't think I changed the weight here. But pretty much for the last 5-ish months, I have gone through chemotherapy. I was actually diagnosed with a form of lymphoma in January. It's June, almost July now. It's June 30th today. And over that time, obviously, gained a little bit of weight. I was training. I think I went from like 183 to 207. And so I was kind of just, doing what I could in that time period, that interim. I stopped my treatment about a month ago. Today I had my surgery to get I had an internal line and port that they administered the medicines through, so I had a little minor procedure today to get that out. So nothing too crazy with the workout today. I definitely did not want to bust a stitch, but definitely still wanted to get something done. Couldn't sit idle, especially since for the last 2 or 3 weeks I've been working pretty hard to get some of my athleticism back. And also I'm on a weight loss journey right now, trying to get down to about 170 is goal. As a mini goal, I'm trying to get below 200, obviously 190, 180. So we're going to make that happen. I want to keep recording this stuff and seeing how frequent I can be with this. And like I said, just have some fun with it, because I really like the concept of posting these kinds of videos. And I will link the person who I got the inspiration from down below, because this was not my idea. Athletic Every Day is the name of the channel. Sorry, is the name of the series that he has. I will link the channel down below with the name and everything. Check him out if you like these formats of videos. He does it a lot better than me because he's been doing it for a lot longer. I hope to get there one day. But yeah, right now, just gonna see where this is gonna go. So these calf raises and those tibialis curls, I primarily did them because in the past I suffered with a lot of tendinopathy. I weightlifted for around 5 years now. It's been around 5 years. Started at the age of 14. I'm turning 19 in August. So almost 5 years of weightlifting now. So I have a pretty good base of strength. I've been sprinting for about 2 or 3 years now. And when I started sprinting, I got pretty bad tendinopathy in both my Achilles, both my patellar tendons, and even some on the bicep from, I think, taking a break off of chin-ups. But, if you guys don't know, tendinopathy is primarily caused by, I would say, 2 main factors, and one of them is just jumping right into a very intense workout program without building your way up to it, which can stimulate the feeling of overuse. And the other one is just straight up overuse, where you might not have gone from 0 to 100, but you are not giving your body adequate recovery, adequate rest, not enough sleep, your nutrition is not good enough. It's usually the first one. Usually people just don't get enough sleep, myself included. But yeah, so those are the two main things that cause at least my tendinopathy. So I struggled with that for a long time, and because of that, I started doing some of these exercises. As you can see here, I'm doing those Hindu squats. Again, I learned these from Ben Patrick, the Kneesovertoes Guy, where you actually put your knee over your toe. And for a long time, people thought that was, not good for you, because you would have like these very, unathletic, in the sense of people who have not done any sort of activity before. I have 5 years of weightlifting under my belt, 3 years of sprinting. I've dealt with tendinopathy before, which is why you can see me doing these bodyweight movements and I don't have any pain, right? But if you take somebody who doesn't have that kind of experience and throw them into this exercise, you can definitely see why they would probably tear their patellar tendons off their kneecaps. Because it's just going from 0 to 100, so they don't even develop tendinopathy, they just develop knee problems and knee replacements, And so people looked at that and were like, well, you shouldn't, get into that position of knee over toe. I fundamentally disagree with that. I think you should build it up, I started with like a slight step down or slight knee bends and really worked my way up to this point to be able to do, as you see here, I'm doing sets of 20. This is my 3rd set right here. And you get great pump with these, great blood flow, and that's really what helps the tendinopathy is, the blood flow. Even doing isometrics is what I started with when I first had bad tendinopathy. Bicep curls, like really slow, even holding the contraction at like 90 degrees elbow angle, like elbow flexion. Doing wall sits, holding a bridge for my hamstring tendons, holding a top of a calf raise. And so, yeah, a lot of these exercises were just based in preventing that tendinopathy from coming back. Because for the past 2 or 3 weeks now, ever since I got really back into serious training and built my way up, the structure of my day has been 2 45-ish minute, well, not 45, two workouts a day. They vary in length. Here you can see me doing the RDLs. I'm warming up with the bar. And again, I know I just got off of surgery today. I promise this is nothing crazy, Mom, Dad. If you're watching this, it's really light. It's 45, and then I'm working up to a 95. For my own personal self, that is light. I know for some people it might not be, so I'm not trying to call the weight light and demean anybody who thinks 95 is heavy and that's their working set. It's a great accomplishment to be able to move, in this motor pattern. But for me, this is pretty lightweight. Usually this is a warm-up, but I'm just doing 12 reps here. So this is my first working set. But like I was saying, the structure of my day used to be, not used to, but before this procedure for the last 2 or 3 weeks was I would wake up in the morning and then immediately try and go outside, do some light plyometrics. I'm talking skipping, different types of skips is really all it was. That would take me about 10-15 minutes. It was some good cardio, and it was also great, again, at preventing the tendinopathy from coming back. Just low Achilles work, low patellar work, even low hamstring work, I guess, to some degree. great for the tendons and just great for that springiness that you need for explosive sports like weightlifting and sprinting. So that would take me about 10-15 minutes, and then I'd take another 10 minutes, hop to the weight room and do, either an upper or lower day, trying to get my strength back. After chemo, try to, maintain muscle while I'm losing weight. And yeah, then after that, I would, go about my day, do whatever I need to do. In the evening times, I would love to go for swims, like recovery swims. Hop in, just do some breaststroke, do some freestyle, nothing major. Again, it's just a good form of cardio for me. I'm fortunate enough to have a pool in the backyard, so just hop in the pool, swim some laps. It's a great time to clear my head. And again, like I said, it's nothing crazy in the sense of, I'm really going hard. I go hard if I feel like it, but if I don't, no biggie. Swim a quarter mile. I think the best I've done is half a mile. So yeah, just a little bit of cardio in the evening. So I've been doing that 6 days a week. Sundays I usually rest, maybe just do the cardio part. Like I said, very low expectations with that in terms of how hard I go, and very day to day. So yeah, I definitely wanted to get some work in today after I got the procedure. I'll probably be up and running by Monday again. Again, it was a very minor procedure, just a small incision on the right pec. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that tendinopathy didn't come back in this time there. I'm not really doing as much, so I'm just kind of doing this sort of work as kind of preventative action, but also to keep myself in the mindset of getting into the gym and, staying active, because it's hard, for anybody who says that it's easy and that you should just get up, go to the gym. It's hard, man. I used to be, 200 pounds overweight, not 205 pounds of, some fat, some muscle, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard to start eating right. It's hard to get into a routine. It's hard to get in the gym, but you just got to have that discipline and do it. Like I said, you got to grow in the mind. And everything will come if you just develop the mind, in my opinion, because that's where everything just stems from. I think it's pointless and also just impossible, like I said, to develop physically without developing mentally, to just kind of come hand in hand. So that's a big part of my philosophy, is growing mentally along with growing physically. Here you see me doing one of my last exercises, and this really, I don't even know if I would call it an exercise more than just like an active stretch. Those were the Kneesovertoes Guy, the Ben Patrick exercise, the pancake good morning type thing. And pretty much all I'm doing is I'm on a cable machine. I just put I put 10 out of the 15 on the stack. So it's a bit heavy, but that's good because that weight is pulling me forward, into a very stretch position. As you can see, I'm controlling it on the way out so that I don't pull something or hurt myself, but it's a pretty controlled motion on the way out, and then pretty fast on the way back. Just developing, getting into that stretch position for the lower back. I feel it a lot in my hamstrings, my adductors. I would give these a shot if you have tight lower backs, just a tight posterior chain in general. Go ahead and hit these up. I usually do them after deadlifts or RDLs because my back does tend to stiffen up. But I'm looking at the time here. It looks like I'm out of time. I have about 10 seconds left. I'll add a black screen after this because I'm definitely not going to make the outro in time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, really thank you so much for watching. You just heard me rant for probably for about 15 minutes almost now. So I hope to do this again, like I said, every day. That's my goal. But I do have other priorities in my life that do need to be taken into account, like school and family and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really just experimenting here, and if you could subscribe, you could like the video, tell your friends, that would be really greatly appreciated. I'm just going to say what I want to say, to be honest. Just have some fun with it, and whoever's here for it is here for it, whoever's not is not. But if you're one of those people who are here for it, thank you for coming, and hopefully I'll have another video up tomorrow. All right, thanks for listening, guys. Have a good one.